The Dauntless. "What do you mean I can't come?" Vera demands, and Barnabas bites down on the obvious and easy joke. "We're investigating a bomber, trying to track down a lunatic that has already killed people with traps and have taken a swing at us. I have been cleared to investigate things like this. He is a trained soldier and is getting more training to deal with these things. You get off your communicator when I'm talking to you." Linda lectures the Takra, who, true to the Tret's words, has pulled out her communicator and is typing fast. "In a minute I'm calling in a favor," she says, and Barnabas raises an eyebrow before walking up behind her and looking over her shoulder. "Hey, no peeking, it's a surprise." "A surprise?" "Yay, a surprise." "In the middle of an investigation?" he asks incredulously. "Yep," she chirps happily, and then receives a message back. "Oh yay, that was easy." She then spins around and plants a kiss on Barnabas before jumping on his back and showing him her communicator. "And that's the fee. I'm on the team." This certificate certifies that under the laws of Marypool Spire and its local bylaws, the undersigned Vera Arlitos is certified as a private military contractor capable of earning an agreed-upon fee for her services. This negotiation can be delegated to a commanding officer. Barnabas reads out the file brought up on the communicator before Linda pulls the communicator away and starts examining the digital certification. "You have got to be joking," Linda says as she scans it. "Family and friends discount. Lover boy gets by on a kiss every hour." Vera cheers. "Hang on, this can't be legal," Linda says, taking out her own communicator even as Barnabas goes off. "Specialist Barnabas." He answers his communicator. "Miss Arlitos just had a mercenary license pushed through." Dispatch wastes no time informing him. "I'm aware, she showed it to me. This means that if she receives an acceptable fee from you, she will have legal standing to assist in the investigation as a bodyguard." "Lover's discount, I got me a kiss," Vera says, letting Barnabas and the dispatcher at the other end know she's listening to the conversation. "Good luck, soldier." "Thank you, sir," Barnabas replies before hanging up. "Hey, why'd you end the call so quick? I wanted to ask him a question," Vera protests. "What was the question?" "Is he seeing anyone?" "He's dispatch, I don't know. When he's on the line, he's not so much a person as the voice of a military." "That's odd," Linda notes. "It helps keep a level of professionalism," he says with a shrug. "I see. So we going or not? Let's go. We got bad girls to catch. We got lives to save. Come heroes, let us go," Vera announces, and Linda smacks her communicator into her forehead in exasperation. "Your expertise are not required or desired. Please do not interfere with this investigation," Linda states stoically. "Nope. My contract is to guard this man's body, so I will guard the body," Vera says, cuddling in. "Oh my on. Oh, he smells even better. Does having Vera rub her mommy milkers on you make you want her?" There is a groan of utter frustration before Linda straightens up. She outright hurls Vera's communicator at her, but the device is easily snatched out of the air as the Takra gives her a fanged grin. "I don't think there's any prying her off at this point," Barnabas notes sadly. "Well, maybe if mommy had a big belly full of kittens," Vera states. "That takes months." "That's what you focus on? The timing of things?" Linda demands as Barnabas sighs and starts moving. "Does this cat look like the kind of woman who doesn't get what she wants?" Barnabas asks, before reaching behind himself and prying Vera up and off. He draws in Axiom, and his presence is suddenly exposed for all to sense. To Linda's lack of surprise, but still disappointment, lust is a prime component. Apparently Vera's charms are working on him. He holds the grinning Takra upside down and balanced with his hand on a shoulder each. "We are going into possibly very dangerous places and dealing with dangerous people. There is a time for fun and a time for work. Now it is time to work. Do you understand?" he asks, even as she holds up her own cape to keep it from flopping into her face. "Oh?" But you want to play. Anyone can see that. What I want and what I will do are very different things. If I were to follow every little impulse and desire, my behavior would be nothing short of insane and likely suicidal. What's with that anyways? Why is there so much going on all at once? The way my brain is built and how bad I am with axiom use means this can all be seen easily. If I get better at axiom tricks, you'll see less and less until you only see what I want. The things he listens to are the things that are bubbling near the top of the mess, Linda says, and Vera nods while still upside down, then kicks so hard she jumps out of his hands and lands perfectly. Really? That's neat. So every little itty urge and thing are there to be seen. Talk about honesty. Vera notes, turning around, and Barnabas frowns. You're unarmed, he notes. Oh? Giving me a good look over? Naughty human man, she teases. We're going into a possible combat situation and you have neither weapon nor armor. I am a Takra. I am the weapon. I am the armor. Only the fiercest of the fierce can even pray to match me when in my war form. I'm playing nice now, but if I want to, I can break this whole building down. If you can control yourself as a beast, Linda remarks with a bit of a sniff. Are you saying I'm not in control? Vera snaps at her, and Barnabas steps between the two. Linda, there's no getting rid of her at this point. Vera, we're on the job, and getting in the way of that is a good way to get thrown off the side of a spire. Terminal velocity tango, Kinky, she replies, and he gives her a glare. Oh, I like that look. It's dangerous. Drama sorted out of the time, being all three of them head back up to his car, and Vera just watches in a slightly baffled silence as Barnabas gives it a quick bomb check and only opens the door when it's clear. Then the two women look to each other and there's an unspoken debate between the two as Barnabas starts the vehicle. Vera takes the front seat and Linda is in the back behind Barnabas and as far from Vera as she can be. All right, what's our destination? Barnabas asks. Morai Spire, level 14. It's an industrial area that ordered a large quantity of the chemicals. We're going to Building 8 of the Waywin Industries. Linda answers. So, what are we looking for? Vera asks. Some jokers are playing with human-style bombs. I'm an expert with those and she's a skilled investigator. Between us, we're hoping to track the perpetrator down. They made a mistake in that they're just using the compound as written and not understanding it. Because of that, there's a chemical mix in it that's very distinctive and very rarely made, so we can track it through that. Oh, is that why your car went bang yesterday? Yup, that was a Semtex blast. Semtex, what does this chemical do? Makes it easier to find. No, really, what does it do? I'm being serious. This chemical is not needed in the production of Semtex, but it's included in all human recipes because it's been used by bombers in the past, and this makes it easier to find. Any Semtex produced by the book can be sniffed out with this stuff. I've got a good nose. I can sniff it down easily. Vera volunteers and Barnabas considers it. Do you know what it smells like? Linda asks reasonably, and Vera pauses. That's a silly requirement. We can get an easy sample. What's the stuff made of? DMDNB, or 2,3-dimethyl 2,3-dinitrobutane. Barnabas answers, and Vera just stares at him. What? What does dime-on-thyl-dino-truth-but-ane smell like? She asks, completely mangling it. I have no idea. Humans use detection dogs and chemical scanning equipment to find it. What I do know is that dogs are so sensitive to it that they can find it even if the air saturation is 0.5 per billion. This stuff stands out. Wait, dogs are those canine strain animals that humans tamed long ago, right? Linda asks, and Barnabas nods even as he melds with traffic another level down. That's right. And our missing courier, Jezebella Secure, she's a Lopin. Yes. Barnabas confirms. He knows where they're going with this. So she must have smelt something up with the package. It wasn't airtight. We know this because the chemical scanners caught all this as she passed them by. Linda leads on. Then why didn't she do anything about it? Vera asks the obvious question. Because I have no idea what exactly it smells like, so it could have smelt pleasant to her. It could have smelt foul. My sense of smell isn't that strong, but what I do know is that she had no reason to believe that it was anything more than a package that smelt funny. Likely it was some kind of scam or prank or any number of harmless things that are probably a good percentage of her business. Centris is lousy with conspiracy and petty plots that things like that are boring. Things like stink bombs and tainted food and nonsense like that have to be so par for the course for a girl like that at this point that she doesn't even notice anymore. So we're going after the stinky part you guys put in bombs to make them easier to find, Vera states. Well, it's a bomb. If you're using it to blast a new mine shaft or tear down a building for demolitions, then who cares what it smells like, right? We've got a ton of machines to come in and cover it up quickly. But if someone's using it to hurt people, the smell gives us a way to find it. Hell, it's doing it now, even though we don't have it in our noses. I guess, still, it's a strange thing to have in a bomb. Vera notes, and Barnabas doesn't bother repeating exactly why the chemicals are in the bomb. He's said it numerous times already. If she doesn't get it, she doesn't get it. Morai Spire is an industrial one. Yes, there's a lot of people living on it, and the upper levels have a lot of gardens and parks like most. But the industrial portions start a lot sooner than many of them. There are a lot of bulk transports going to and from the area, and they have a few lanes all their own. The Waywin building number 8 is chrome and neon. There's a certain brightness and muddiness to everything that is not something that mammalian eyes like. Piscine races. Good grief. Linda groans as Vera squints so hard her eyes are nearly closed. She leads them into the building, and the sounds of machinery echoing off the wall sweeps over all three. Vera immediately covers her nose at the smells, and Barnabas's face wrinkles in response to what the stink is. "Are you two all right?" she asks. "I smell rotting fish," Barnabas complains. "There's something else, something really nasty under it." "Nastier than rotting fish?" "Yay, it's like a spike right up my nose," Vera complains, and Barnabas considers the fact that the door to the main factory is still closed and likely sealed. Linda knocks on the door to the office, and it's opened by an Anglo-woman, her little light flickering blue for curiosity. Her eyes flicker to Vera and Barnabas, who's clearly armed, and the light flickers green for wariness. "Your investigator score, right? I was told to expect you," she says, and Linda nods. "I'm afraid your friends will have to wait outside." "That's all right, you've got comfy enough looking seats," Barnabas states. Vera lets out a growl. "Wait out here, it stinks. I'll be with the car. I can actually breathe there." With that, the Takra woman stomps out, and after Linda enters the office to get some information, Barnabas sits down on the nearest chair and pulls out his communicator. First, he checks exactly what this company makes and then smirks when he sees it. There is also a small list of complaints about the fish smell, but nothing about a sharp smell under it, so he sends a text to dispatch. "Need some smartening up here. Send someone quiet so we don't kick up a fuss." Confirmed. He smirks and closes his eyes to start listening hard. No axiom, but he doesn't need it. The wall between the sitting area and the office is very thin. The Anglo-woman is either lying like a rug or genuinely ignorant of the odd addition to the smells of the place. But whichever way it rolls, there will be some answers soon. Although he will need to find a legit excuse to bring Linda to evidence that was spotted by an infiltrator. But that's a later problem that needs context to be solved.